All right, so today we have a mock interview, and here with me today, startups that is about to have an interview at YC, and we will practice with the guys, with Saurav, Suman, and Nitesh Singh. Hi guys, let's get started. You have 10 minutes and you may begin now. So what's you're working on right now?
Hi, Daniel. We are working on Medront, which is aimed towards bringing data ownership to our users. And we do this by helping our users integrate with all the apps out there. For example, Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, all the apps that have open APIs. And we also mine data from all the apps that do not have open APIs, from notifications, permissions, cookies. Once you have done this, we basically create a digital profile for users, which is visible to them so that they actually understand what's in the digital profile. And once all of this is done, the final stage really is helping our users make money out of this data by enabling them to sell sanitized data packets out of these to any vendor who wants to buy them.
How many active users do you guys have right now?
We have 1,260 monthly active users as of now.
Mm-hmm. And how do you engage them?
Currently, users are finding us via organic search. They come to us from search tokens like data backups, privacy, notifications.
Mm-hmm. And what's your total revenue for the time being, like annual total revenue?
We don't have currently revenue.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, all our users are on free tier. We do not intend to make any money from our users until the day the users themselves start making money out of their data. So the first dollar that we earn will be when a user makes money from a data packet that he has shared with the vendor.
Okay, and can you explain me what is your growth rates of of getting your users?
We are acquiring 7% of our user base every week. Currently, that's 500 users per week.
Not bad. Okay. And speaking about your value proposition, who needs what you're making?
In the long run, everyone. We believe what we are building has a very strong value proposition. Anyone will want to monetize their data in the long run. Currently, it's people who really want to own their data and like the features that we have.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and there are plenty of solutions on the market every day appearing. What's new you are building on that is of value for your users?
So one thing that we understand about our users that other companies probably don't is that convenience has to go hand in hand with data ownership. We do not tell our users to go off Google, go off Facebook. We want them to continue what they're doing, basically have convenient lives. But at the same time, we promise them that with our product, we actually be able to own the data that they've created.
Mm-hmm. And what are the top things, like top 3 things your users would want?
By far, the most important thing our users will want is to get money out of their data. Mm-hmm. Second is the ability to migrate data from one platform to another. So for example, being able to migrate from Spotify to Amazon Music without having to spend a lot of time setting up your playlist and your favorites and all of that.
Mm-hmm. And what are they doing right now, the users?
So currently users, when sign up to our app, we tell them what are the privacy leaks, privacy breach is happening, all the notification permissions, and like whenever someone is using location, camera, those things, stuff, and they can all sync their data profiles with us right now.
I see. Now, tell me about the markets. How many people are you in your target market?
So our aim. Continue.
Yes, sir. Go on.
So currently we are aiming at least billion users. Like Brave, which is our nearest competitor that has $30 million, 30 million active users, Brave browser. So we are like 1 billion user at least.
Okay. And can you evaluate this market in monetary value?
Sure. So like we $10 per month user can earn from their data, and like that is like just if we with all the data that the company optimize 50% of their solutions, then that will $10. And the current market, the Brave is which is only one platform like browser, that is giving $3 in average cases in Brave token right now.
Okay, and is this market growing? If it's growing, like what is the growth rate?
So right now, data search and privacy related awareness is all time high, and obviously decentralization, those things are all time high. So it is like going to be next thing, big thing in this decade.
Who are your main competitors, and which competitors do you fear the most?
So currently we have, obviously this space is like pretty much new to Brave, Project Solid, Generate. These are the obviously recent competitors, but who the most we fear, that the ones who have biggest data, and that is the big techs. So they can, like, obviously they are not doing right now, but in future if they can have these kind of plan also.
Okay, and can you walk me through some numbers about your competitors? Like how many users they have, what is their revenue?
So Brave has like a 30 million active users, and there has a token which has like a obviously market cap of last check is $1.2 billion, and they have valuation of the Brave browser, Brave as a company is like around $500,000. And Project Solid is mostly is like a non-funded MIT research, which is started by Ted Berners-Lee, who focus on decentralization of data, and generated the UK-based company, which is like have a raised Series A round of funding.
Okay, let's go deeper and tell me who is going to be your first paying customer.
Our first paying customer can honestly be anyone on our platform right now. What we are more concerned about is who's going to be our first paying vendor. So who's the first person we can sign up to buy data from us.
Okay, and remind me, you said in the beginning, how do you get your users?
We are getting users currently from organic search. That's from keyword search, from privacy leaks, backups, and all that. But our plan is that once we have a solid product, we'll actually go to communities on Reddit, Discord, and Twitter, where a lot of conversion around data analysis is happening, and pitch our product to them and get them on our side.
And you haven't tested your unit economics, so you don't have any numbers on user acquisition costs, lifetime value, or something, because it's too early for you, correct? Do I need to repeat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Okay. What makes you new users try you?
New users try us because we provide features that are currently not present in the market. That's one major reason why they try us. And they stay with us because they really like the feature that they're using.
Okay, and what would make them reluctant to try you?
So one of the major reason of reluctant is that trust issue, because if we are saying that sync all your data with us, so that's a major trust issue. But thing is that architectural wise or engineering wise, we have already solved it. 90% of data that they are syncing with us are either in the local storage or either in the drive. So we don't have also access. We have to create a certain brand and market awareness so that your data that they know that your data remains at that place also.
Mm-hmm. I see. And what would be what's an impressive thing that you have done so far in the company in terms of execution?
Yeah, so the same thing that we have almost like in starting we thought that we should keep all data to our databases. So that was like obviously as a was a node got feature for privacy. So we have implemented in certain day all the data you're syncing, Facebook posts, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, all things data remains your local storage or drive in encrypted manner. So that was like big challenge for us. So we have done that.
Why did you choose this idea? Why did you choose this idea?
We choose this idea because we are extremely passionate about personal data ownership. We both have domain expertise in this field, so it was very natural for us to decide to do something about it. We actually worked on multiple projects before this. We are working on a fintech loan collection startup, which was acquired by Paytm, which is one of the biggest companies in India. So this is really our next big project.
And why do you believe that you uniquely qualified for this job, and why do you want to dedicate your life to this project?
Like I said, we are extremely committed towards personal data ownership. If we look at the biggest companies in the world, they have all built their billion-dollar valuations on top of data that they have basically mined from users. What we really want to do is enable shifting that wealth to users.
How much money could you make per year, and how would you become a billion-dollar company?
Yeah, as Saurav said, for example, for context, Brave currently gives its users $3 per month. We believe we can do much better because we have a view of a much larger data set. So if we can actually give a users $10 per month, that's essentially, they're just limited by the number of users we can get, and we can get anywhere a couple of billion users.
Okay. So my final question is, who is the boss? What's your next hire? And why or how do you know your team will stick together?
Yeah, so I look after product and marketing. Saurav looks after technology and development, and he's also the CEO, so he's the boss. Saurav, you want to talk about our next plans?
So next hire would be is that currently the new engineer guy is going to join us on 10th. But when we have a resources, we want to hire a guy who understand, have a deeper domain on this, deeper knowledge on this domain, and also understand data's laws and various privacy laws like GDPR and CCPA. Those things we also understand it, but much more in granular level. So that would be our next hire. And next plan is that currently we are revamping our app so that it can have a better user experience, and also we are creating various data packets of the users like music taste, food taste, transaction taste. That will be the bedrock of the like sharing those data to the interested third party with the user consent.
All right, great job, guys. So the time is up. There are plenty of questions I could ask, and thank you for doing a really good job in answering the questions. I have some feedback to you. So overall, as a team, you are presenting pretty good, and I feel you have, in terms of presenting the idea, you have good potential. There's few things you went really general, and I would like to address that. Probably we may start about your target audience. My favorite question. You tried to explain the target audience, but you mentioned very dangerous phrase like almost everyone, you said, or something like this. And this makes me feel like you don't know your user, because what makes startups successful, they go narrow. They always focused on their ideal customer profile. It doesn't mean that others won't buy it. They may buy it, but you want to serve your ideal group of customers. And if you understand them so well, you will say, like, we have this amount of people. The market is huge, but we are very narrow. We are here. We want to win the hearts of these customers, and the rest of the market may choose us, but we will serve this specific group. Does it make sense?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, and if you have questions, just ask, because I'm trying to help you. Maybe you might disagree, and we can debate on this. Okay. The other thing you mentioned about I really didn't understand how you become a billion-dollar company. You mentioned you $10 subscription, and I mean, it's possible to calculate this somehow, but I need specific dates, like not specific amount of years. How long will it take you to become a billion-dollar company? Just decide for yourself. Maybe I didn't understand during the conversation, but maybe it wasn't clear enough. But this is something where you just need to calculate, take a decision, and that's it. As for user acquisition, there is also unit economics you need to think of, and currently you have organic traffic, which is great. Absolutely. Mm, Congratulations with that. However, you may consider user acquisition through paid channels, like basic ones like Google and Facebook. And in ideal world, you would invest some money to buy like some users, like $1,000 or something. But yeah, but if you
So
can,
we
okay.
have done certain amount of paid marketing, but it was like for a very small amount of time. And like for US numbers, it will like Indian numbers was six rupees per user, and that will be 8 cents per user in Indian user base. But it was very small period of time we have done that.
Okay, you should mention that. You should mention that, and be honest about this, because it's kind of incomplete data. You already tried that, still testing the market, and these numbers are saying that the cost of user acquisition is low. The next question you will get, on what market? You said 6 rupee. It seems like you were doing this in India for Indian audience. And then they might ask, like, where are you starting? Are you starting in India? Are you starting in the United States? What's your first market you want to start at? And what's your market do you want to start with? Where, United States, India, where you want to start?
So we are currently focusing on India because we understand much better India.
Okay, so
like some organic users are from Europe, but obviously like those are completely organic. We have not put ad there.
Well, YCombinator is a global company, and they are looking at different markets. But you need to be aware that the primary market is the United States for them, and by far. If you don't have users in the United States, you need to have a good roadmap that you are starting in the United States soon. So you might plan to do customer development in the United States like shortly. You're trying to understand, and YCombinator might be a good platform for you to actually accelerate your growth and user customer development in the United States, because you understand better the users in India. However, unfortunately, that might be your weak point during the interview. Just be aware of that, because capitalization in India is so much lower than for the same amount of users in the United States. For them, it would be interesting to work with similar company in the United States. But however, they this is in terms of product and in terms of customers. But if you show that you're so passionate about solving this problem, that you are the right team that can do it, they may take you just because you are the right team. It doesn't matter what the idea you're working on. They may take, there are examples like that. And so show your passion, show your real dedication to solve this problem for specific people. Show that you have this problem yourself, and you want to try it, you want to solve it for yourself as well, if you are a target audience of this solution. So that might be how you can overcome the problem that you are targeting the market. They have less interest. It doesn't mean that they're not interested in India, but they have definitely less interest than the United States, for sure. And most of the investors are investing in the US companies. Are you guys incorporated in the United States?
We are not right now listed anywhere.
Okay, okay. And the final thing about the team, well, I think that answer was okay, but it will not work at YC. You did not convince me, just because you mentioned that you want to build $1 billion company. And you kind of gave me a general answer, and I want to see the passion. I want to see the passion that we are solving this problem, because we all struggled with these issues we are solving. And why we get together is because this is our dream to find the best solution for this specific problem, and we are the right people for that, because we have programming skills. We already tried many times. We failed together many times solving this problem, but we still keep going on, and we have made already happy people together as a team, so happy customers. Our maybe one of the questions you may get is who is our next hire, and you may think of this just based on the problem you need to solve. However, this person might be the one who is like also passionate the same way as you are. In the end of the day, they want to see the sparkle in your eyes, that you have the skill set to program, to execute, to sell, and having those skills. The only thing they need to see is the spark in your eyes, like that you are not stopping when the entire world against you. You will keep going on. You will keep finding the way to keep the business running and win your customers' hearts, right? So that's what they want to see, because there are plenty of talented people, but they are not self-managing. You will be managing a business, and every time you try to do something in the business, you're solving someone's problem, and you're facing yourself with lots of problems that no one else before you ever solved. So you will have to fail and keep going, and they want to see that you will not give up. Does it make sense?
Makes a lot of sense. Makes complete sense.
So that's it on my feedback. However, if you guys have any questions, happy to answer.
Thanks a lot for that, Daniel. It was very, very good. Just a couple of questions, maybe not even a question, just some insights into what the experience is like giving that YC interview. For example, say we give one wrong answer. Can we still catch up? Does that matter a lot?
What do you mean experience? I didn't understand your question.
As in, it's a 10-minute slot. It's a very, very constrained window. So are they, like, what exactly are they looking for? Are they looking for the passion that you have for the product? Are they looking for the fact that you have skills to solve it? Are they looking for if your product is already the right fit? Are they focusing on your answers? Which is that one thing that moves the needle?
They're looking, first of all, at you as a team.
Okay.
That's the first thing they want to see. That when you talk about your customers, you are like, I mean, those people, they're amazing people. We want to solve the problem for them. Like, you really love your customers. You're really passionate about the problem you're trying to solve. So with your own open heart, like full dedication. But be genuine. Don't fake it, right? Okay. Second, they want to see that there is a market for that. So there are customers who can buy your product, and the problem you are solving is significant enough that it's a real pain. It really hurts. And then if you convince them there is a big problem that you're trying to solve, that there is a market for that, there are plenty of customers could buy it, and then they will ask about the competition. If there is competition, it's good. If there is no competition, then you need to convince that there is a big market for that. It's like an opportunity nobody seized. However, it's a huge problem when no competition, because they might think like, oh, you probably don't understand the market, and if no competition, there is no market usually. It's a big problem, and founders get into this trap. The other thing is you as a team, how would you execute? And so they want to see you in action. What problems you already faced? How did you fail together? What did you learn together? Because if all you explain convinces them, but you as the team don't demonstrate yourself that you can execute it so efficiently and without any problems, misunderstanding, then you will not be able to build this business, they will think. So you need to convince them that you can execute and can grow this company rapidly. They don't need slow progress, they need rapid growth. So execution, every investor would say it, but this is what YC would also emphasize on. They understand that you might not solve all the problems. You cannot come with the like super successful company right away. They want to see you as founders who can execute. You understand. You you are honest. You're not faking stuff. You are trying to be transparent with them and explaining them that if I don't understand this, I have a plan for that. How to do something. Yeah, so did I answer your question? Because I mean, there is no one specific thing they're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, that answered the question.
All right. Any more questions?
Not for me.
Okay.
That was great. Yeah.
All right. So at Go Global World, we help founders with mock interviews, with connecting with investors. This is a free community for entrepreneurs from around the world. We're building digital Silicon Valley ecosystem for guys like you are. We are US based global community, but we operate globally, including India, United States, Australia, all over the world. We have so many founders on our community. And I am helping founders quite frequently, but the main job for you being our members, and being a member is free, is when you guys help out each other, like I just helped you, without asking anything in return. This is how you build your global network, and this is how you build your reputation in front of the people that would support you globally. So you're right now in India, you can help people to enter Indian market. And somebody would then you would like to enter Australian or US or Canadian market, wherever, you can ask on our global chats to help you, and people will try to help you with their connections, expertise, or something. So the only thing I want from you, based on this conversation, to help our community members, because you just recently become ones, and that's it.
Sure, yeah.
That's it. Just collaborate and help out each other, founder to founder.
Sure, Daniel. We'll be happy to continue help along.
Great. All right. Well, congratulations with the acceptance to the interview to YC. I will keep my fingers crossed. Please let us know about the outcome. Don't get upset if you not accept it. It's normal. Just keep going. YC will not close the doors for you if it doesn't work at this moment. Keep working on, keep progressing. And there are plenty of other accelerators around the world that could accept you. You have a lot of potential. Just keep going on, and our community will support you guys.
Sure. Thanks.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Take care, and let me know tomorrow the outcome. All right.
Sure.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.